We did it again. We
What?
did it again. We did it again.
What did you do again?
Forgot to push the one button that makes everything really smooth. But we're here.
The broadcast, we're here. You'd think by episode 160 that would be better polished, but we're not. Lucky we're here at all.
160.
It's been madness again, hasn't
Been
it?
crazy. Crazy last weekend, and it's going to end up being another crazy weekend coming.
I know. Anyway, welcome. Episode 160, isn't
160, that's right.
it? We've got a special celebration today.
That's right.
We don't have the panda driving in a crawler.
No.
He's not joining us today. He's double booked.
Mm-hmm.
But he did drop off some coffee treats of
So
some
he's
sort.
organised our, I guess it's traditional now.
Traditional 10th episode celebration.
Yes.
And we're thankful we made it another 10 episodes.
Yeah, that's right. So from 150 to 160.
Just seemed like it was yesterday.
It wasn't yesterday.
10 weeks ago.
That's right.
What have we got, guys?
We got lots of people watching.
Who have we got?
Let's have a
Welcome.
look. Well, the panda's actually watching.
Is he?
Yeah,
He should be driving.
should be. Maybe
Well, I
he's
don't know.
driving and watching.
Driving and
Ah.
watching. We got Matt Jenkins. Matt Jenkins joining us from the pub.
Oh, excellent. We're Craig Jones.
He's working hard, apparently. Working hard.
David John Wolf.
That's fantastic. Hey, David.
G'day. I don't know if I've seen David comment here before. Welcome along. We've got
Welcome,
Jeff.
everybody.
Jeff is here.
Jeff is here. Jeff is here to win the car of the week. It's a funny looking car of the week.
Right. Oh, Matt's replied. He says he's working hard. Yes,
Yeah, sure he is.
he is at the pub. All right.
Wow. Something a little bit different this week, other than my confusion.
Train of the week.
Well, it's the car of the week that's a train.
Car of the week.
Yep, that looks a lot like a train. So we need to know the make, the model, the year,
Oh, jeez. Yeah, all right. I'd like to know the year too.
the colour.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a train.
It's
So,
there's a particular line that it runs on.
is it?
Yep.
I'm glad because I'm going to learn something too.
And country.
Country doesn't go in the city. Regional. You're giving away secrets. You're giving away clues.
No.
And we
I'm
will
talking
weigh it.
about.
We can weigh it.
Oh, we can weigh it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when I say country, I'm not talking about regional, although it would have been regional as well. I'm talking about nationality.
Ah, okay. Country of origin or something.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, what else have we got on? What else have we got on? Any
There's
guesses
quite a-
on the train? I bet they're chomping at the bit.
Oh.
Not quite.
No, not yet. Not yet. But there's lots of things happening, right?
There is lots of things happening.
Hmm.
So
So last weekend, should we go through last weekend?
we can go through last weekend. Last weekend was a huge weekend RC racing wise.
Yes.
So we had Matty Jenkins actually in the off-road team up there at Mildura
Yes.
at the Mallee Madness
Yes. So that's one of the
annual events.
rounds of the
The one of
Victorian
the-
series,
yeah,
right?
one of the Victorian Driver Series rounds.
Mhm.
So each club in Victoria hosts at least one round of that.
Yep.
So every couple of months they visit another club and you tally up points across your classes.
Yep.
And then you become the champion driver.
Mm.
So yeah, that was Mildura's turn, and they freshly rebuilt the track for the occasion. So
Mhm.
it was really nice. It was a lot different than the track previous years, which was really, really good. So it presented a lot of challenges and a lot of fun and a lot of close racing.
It's always good when the track gets changed a bit, right? Because
Yeah.
everyone ends up being on a basically similar sort of
That's right.
experience of the track.
That's
so it's
right.
not people like locals have an advantage. type of thing.
No, well, absolutely nobody. The only people that would potentially have an advantage was if you went up like the week before. It was only finished like a week or two before.
Yeah, so like a
But-
practice run just
It's-
before the event.
It's not like that you had 6 months to practice on it.
Yes.
So it was really good. The guys up there did a fantastic job.
Mm.
Really good reports. The weather was really, really nice for the
Mm.
event. It was cold, but didn't rain, which is
And Matt
always
showed
good.
us around last week too.
Yeah. Matt zoomed in and he showed us around the pits,
Mm.
and they had a really good race. Really good effort. I think probably our highest placing was Noah. He was probably the most successful one in the team as far as he landed himself on the podium.
Yep.
Which is
Nice.
really, really cool. Third place there in juniors
Mm.
overall, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, some really hard fought contests and a lot was learned and a lot of fun was had, more importantly.
It looked like it, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was one event, which is in the north of the state.
That was in the north of the
But
state.
then in the west, in Geelong,
In the west.
that's west,
Is it? West of where?
west of Melbourne.
All right, fair enough.
It's west of somewhere.
So what's West Geelong then?
West Geelong is west of Geelong,
Oh, not west of here then.
not west of here. That's still west of here.
Very west.
Yeah, that's west.
That's west to west. Westerly west.
What do you
So-
digress?
Yeah, so at Geelong they had the 1/10 Victorian on-road state titles.
Yes.
So that's a sanctioned event, meaning that it's you get crowned a state champion.
That's right.
So obviously it's one of the big races of the year.
Yeah.
The biggest in Victoria as far as state title goes.
Yes.
So you have state title and national titles.
Yes.
Victoria's turn, hosted by the Geelong Club. So that was indoors. And that was really good. And from all accounts, the racing was fierce. The track was relentless.
They had the live streaming happening all
They
weekend.
had really good live streaming and multi cameras.
4 angles.
4 angles going. Damien's Aiton was probably not even working a sweat.
He would have had 3 of them going, wouldn't he?
He probably would have had 3 of them going. That's right. He probably had the ability to get 16 cameras going, but they
Would have been 118 per camera.
that's right. So that was really good. So really good up there. Team Yokomo factory driver Anthony Coretti
Yes,
taking out open class,
that's right.
which is the premier TC class.
Yep. Well done, Anthony.
Well done, Anthony. We had Carter Sims, who took out the Twat Scale Open.
Mm.
Twat Scale stock eludes me, but we had Scotty.
Scale stock.
Scotty.
Remember. Yes.
Scotty, Twat Scale stock.
Yes.
And in touring car stock also
Yokomo-
had Scotty.
Yokomo 12, wasn't it?
Yeah. So the Yokomo BD12s were going really, really good. So it was really good. A lot of people visiting from interstate. Obviously, weather was not a factor.
No, because
Being
the venue.
indoor?
That's right. It's the only indoor facility we have around here.
Yeah, and it's like community run, so it's not like a profit organization
Yes.
that we've seen in the past. That's the
Yes.
first time that we've ever had a community sort of indoor permanent track.
Hmm.
Excited by it. In fact, I'm actually going tonight.
You're doing the pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage going on after when the shop shuts. We are heading up and going racing. No Yokomos, I'm afraid. It is I think they're calling it a Misfits night.
Misfits.
So
Because it didn't fit in.
all the classes that don't fit in primarily
So
are
non-sanctioned.
non-sanctioned. So I'll be
That's right.
racing at
They're all
Tamiya TTO1 and Phaser. So congratulations to the off-road team at Mallee Madness.
Yep.
Everybody who was there, everybody who made the trip, everybody who made the event awesome. Really good job. Thank you. And again, with the Victorian state titles, thank you to obviously Anthony for taking out the big prize.
Yep.
Scotty Rollins was sticking up on the podium, taking out 12th scale stock, and everybody else who competed. It was really, really good.
Yeah. Oh, look, you had the images there. It was packed, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
The pitting is basically all the way around the track itself.
Yeah. I'll probably do some live streaming tonight actually as well.
Okay.
I won't
Looking
have the
forward to
Aiden
it.
out. It will just be on the phone. So it won't be too technically. But
I'll be harassing you.
okay, I look forward to it. So that is in the world of RC,
Excellent.
isn't it?
Is it? Well, there's something else happening this weekend.
What?
Australian Model Expo.
Oh, how good is the Model Expo?
It's the event that all the plastic modelers look forward to.
Can I call
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Can I call it the biggest event in the Southern Hemisphere?
Yes,
I can.
you can, because it is. It's the biggest modeling competition in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yep.
So last year they had just shy on 1,000 entries, and there should be more this year.
More.
So I dropped in my entry yesterday, and the tables, there look like there's more room on the tables. The lighting's changed. It's a lot better inside. It's been renewed.
Renewed.
They renewed the venue. The lighting's better. I don't know. The space just feels better. So make your way down there. So that's going to be at Sandown. Well, what do they call it? It's actually Ladbrokes.
Sandown Racecourse.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
it's
I
at the
know it
far
as.
end. It's at the far end of the facility, at the very end.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
in
drive all
the-
the way down
It's in the
to the car
corporate
park.
pavilion above the racetrack.
That's
above
right.
the pits. Yep.
Yep.
Really, really cool. So they have the whole corporate entertainment, free parking.
Yes.
There is a little bit of entry fee. I'm not
Yes.
too familiar.
Yep.
And if you want to come and say hello, we'll be there
On Sunday.
disturbing the peace, running amok on Sunday.
But the event is actually on right now. So it's
What do you mean
running.
now?
Well, you can go and visit on Friday. Like today, it's open. I think
Is
it's
it?
open until 5. And then I think Saturday is maybe 9 to 5. And then Sunday's 10 to 3. The Sunday is actually the presentation day in the afternoon.
Are you going to stick around and pick up your trophies?
I will, if I get one.
Are you going to show us your entries?
Who wants to see my entry? You want to
I
see my
do.
entry? Do you? Are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't get the graphics ready.
Yeah, graphics are here. Are you ready?
Let's see. And it's something that I have made jest about many a time. No? There has been a lot of references to
Hang on.
BJ and his pig tank and the pig tank not being finished.
Let me get it on.
Well, you showed me because you've actually finished the pig tank.
I have. Actually, let me stop that
Why? What are you stopping? What did you even start? I can't even see it from here.
because I've done the wrong thing.
What have you done? What's happened, Beach?
Let me
Don't get me-
redo that.
What's happened?
I was meant to share a window.
I share a window.
That's it.
Oh,
That's the one.
is that the one?
There we go.
Piggy McPig Tank.
Piggy McPig Tank.
Hey, so what is the name? You have to give the piece a name. Like it's like art, isn't it? Don't you call it? Have you named it? Does it have a name or a title or?
It does have a name.
Yep.
I've just forgotten it.
It was obviously sentimental.
It's a Japanese name.
A Japanese name? Is
Is
the model Japanese?
Yes, because this is actually based on artwork from Miyazaki, who's famous for Studio Ghibli. You know,
Wait,
like
is that the
Totoro.
Studio Ghibli one?
Yeah, so he's not at this point when he sketched this, he wasn't part of Studio Ghibli, but that's where he's famous, and so that's where you can see the resemblance of the stylization.
So what is it? What are we looking at? Show the punters at home what you are on about and what you've
All right,
done.
let me see if I can zoom in. If I
have
can
you
work
got-
out what I'm doing here.
Have you got any of the build pics? I thought you were going to tell us a story.
Oh, build pics. I can do the build pics.
Oh,
I can
well,
upload
how do we
some
know
build
it's
pics.
how do we know it's even yours?
It's mine. You can trust me.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah.
So this is BJ and his pig tank. Tell us a little bit about it. So we've got how many pigs there?
We have 23 pigs in total.
23 pigs in total, and
Yeah.
there's one urinating. Is that a thing?
That is a thing. I'll show you
Where,
in a
where
second.
is it?
I'm trying to work out how to zoom in, and I don't think I can here.
Corporal pig at the front.
All right, so you want to go to the Easter egg. There's the Easter egg.
What's an Easter egg?
What's it like the special thing that you find that you don't expect in anything? It's known
Of
as an
what?
Easter egg. You know how Easter egg, you have to go on an Easter egg hunt. If there's a little...
My Easter bunny brings me eggs, mate. I don't have to
You're missing the point.
What? It's a pig.
It's a surprise thing. If you look around, you find something you don't expect.
It's a pig.
So it's a pig that's having to
An
relieve
Easter egg.
himself
Why would he do that?
because he's full of liquid.
Uh-huh.
He's drinking too much.
He's urinating on a tree.
Near a tree. I didn't actually get him on the tree.
Have you got is it like a little pump that you've got working all the time, or
No, he's just got a stream all the time. It's
really
a permanent stream.
a solid stream?
Yes.
Right. I like it. Well,
You
that's
like
that's part of the magic. It's like a kickstand.
That's right. So this particular figure, let's go back to the start here so everyone can see the whole idea. We've got the whole crew here,
Yes.
okay, and we have the commander. He's here looking over them. So
Commander
this-
pig.
So this is like the parade. So you've got all the worker type soldiers here, or crew. You've got the officers here. You've got the pet pig there.
Pet pig.
Pet
And
pig.
why do they live in the tank?
Yeah, they live in there. So there's a little kitchen and stuff. The kitchen actually in there.
How do you know?
And with the kitchen, because there's artwork that is drawn of the interior of it.
Oh.
There's a cook there. He's holding a fry pan. We will get a close up bit later. There's the butler. He's got his little
Would they eat bacon?
maybe mock bacon,
Bacon.
grass bacon, swill bacon, swill that looks like bacon. I don't know. Smoked swill. I think you get your mechanics, and then there's a little lookout there.
And they're armed. Has a turret. Or has
That's
a gun.
got so many guns on it. It's not funny.
Does it?
Yep. It's like a land ship.
No,
It's
it's,
like
a
a
tank.
ship.
It's
It's
a
like a
tank.
ship. It's huge. It's
Looks
like
like-
a ship that runs on the land.
Looks
That's why
like
they call
a-
them land ships.
looks
Okay,
like a
there's
tank.
machine guns here, machine gun there, machine guns here. You got like little mortars there. There's 3 guns and machine guns, and there's some more guns over here, which we'll see shortly. Let's go to the next one. Here we go. Here's the front view. You see the extra guns there? There's a cannon there, machine gun, like mortar thing, cannon.
These pigs are armed to the hilt.
They are, aren't they? And you can just see there he is there at the tree.
Who's the enemy? Who are they fighting?
I have no idea.
Is it Second World War? Is it?
This has got a real World War One feel to it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Is that when pigs were prominent? That's when they were coming up?
I think so.
Yep.
You got to check all the documentation, but I think that's when there was the most issues happening.
I don't want to say anything in case it's...
No, I might get into trouble, right? All right, here's the next view. This is the back view. And you see the little fella there. He's just hiding from the rest of the crew. Just snuck out of the door here.
Well, there's no connotations about them being like they're a pig. They're not aligned with any race, so you can't say that. You know, they're a pig of a race. They're their own pig.
Well, they're pigs.
They're pigging.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And they got the pig thing. Yep.
I need a coffee.
So you see the resemblance here. So these bits here, that's very World War One. The way that this is shaped, and you've got the tracks go around the top. So these are all very World War One type aesthetics. Here's the back. You see a different view of all the crew and such. And you can see how it's all dug in over here.
How did you do that? Did you play with it on the grass a bit to get it to wear it out?
Yeah, I put a brick on it and like sort of simulated the weight of it. No, I just pushed it down and made the shape. And then over here, here's a close-up of the lookout.
There's a pig in the lookout.
That's it.
Or is it not? Is it Goku? Is it Goku?
I don't know. It could be his name, but he's a pig.
No, it looks like
Goku's a pig?
No. It looks like the Baby Yoda thing. What do they call it?
Grogu.
Grogu.
Oh, you threw me then.
Well, I don't know.
You threw me then. It could be now. It could be Grogu with goggles on.
I think it's Grogu with goggles on.
It could be. It could be. All right, there's a close-up of the pigs. Okay, so
are they smoking? Or is it moustaches?
They're moustaches.
Okay.
They're all got the same top.
I'm looking at a little picture on a little laptop far away.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the chef, the cook, there's the butler, and there's
the butler.
Yeah, butler. Can't you see him?
On the tank.
Yeah, he's got he services the commander. There's the commander there. He's got a big smile on his face.
You can't say that.
What?
About servicing the commander.
What, the smile on his face?
Well, you don't know that that's right.
Well, I'm sure. He's got a smile on his face. He's happy. Don't know what you're talking about. And then over here, we go back to this.
The wean pig.
That's it. So look out for that. These are actually very small.
Egg pig.
Easter egg pig. These are 1/72 scale. Okay, so each figure stands about 12 mil high.
Well, that's good because if they were 1-to-1 pigs, it would have been a carload.
It would have been. They would have been strapped onto the ceiling and everything. Strap them on the fenders.
Could have driven the tank in there.
But there you go. So if you go to Model Expo, look out for it. It's at the dioramas for fantasy and sci-fi.
Yep.
And then please vote for it for People's Choice.
Oh,
so anyone that goes can vote for a People's Choice. So you can vote for anything you see.
Oh, really?
Yep. So please vote for me.
And we got young Jack A.
Jack A's got quite a few entries in.
He's got quite a few entries in.
Yes, I think he's got 5 or 6 entries.
Loves cars, the helicopter.
Yep. He's got planes.
My Datsun. Took my Datsun, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm taking your Datsun, all right.
Yeah.
So the Hakasuka's there.
Yep. The Monaro.
The Monaro, the helicopter that was in the cabinet.
Yes.
And I'm sure he's got some other ones. And that thing on the Land Cruiser with the gun on it.
Yeah, that's right.
The one that
the anti-aircraft gun.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
So get to Model Expo.
That's it.
Now, I think we should mention the train, and you can start prepping up my coffee, please.
Oh, yeah.
You don't talk about it and then not do it.
It's a train.
All right.
But the only thing we've got is Jeff has guessed the weight.
The weight.
1.5 grams. I don't think you're quite close enough.
Higher.
Definitely higher. 1.5 grams is a bit on the light side.
So what coffee are we working with here? Thank you,
Panda.
Well, again.
About coffee.
Yeah.
How about talking about Expo?
What?
This from Expo as well.
What is it?
So we've got a little shopping bag. It's actually the 40th anniversary of Model Expo.
Is it?
Yeah. So every entrant, got a bag like this with some goodies in it. A little show bag. So we've got some bottle of SMS paint.
What?
Yep. And we got an SMS sticker, holographic sticker. And I've got a little box here. It's very special.
Why?
I'll show you in a sec, because that's going to be linked to what you're doing in a sec. And then there's a little pamphlet for the swap and sell. So the famous swap and sell happens on Sunday morning. And that's at a different venue, actually. So you go to the same place, you buy your tickets at the door, but you actually go upstairs to another venue for the swap and sell. And that's like where absolute carnage happens. You go there and you find really old kits that people have.
There's a lot
all
of them.
sorts of treasures.
Where's your cup, mate?
My cup's right here. That's what I'm about to show.
Oh,
And this I also got from. Show that. How good is that? Model Expo 40th anniversary mug.
doesn't have any contact cement in it, does it?
I don't think so.
Or sprue goo.
I don't think so. So I'll have my coffee in there, please.
So, and you can talk to us about the coffee. What am I doing
The
here?
coffee. Okay, so this is something that anyone who's been into Japanese hot coffee is really into. So this is a pour over style. And pour over normally has this contraption, right? A little funnel type of thing. But this is your traveling type one. And this filter system that sits over the mug, that's very much Japanese designed. Okay, so the coffee beans are already ground and in there. She'll look from the top.
And it smells amazing. And not only that, but you know that it was roasted locally. This
Yes,
was roasted
that's right.
and produced, manufactured in Brunswick.
That's right. So rather than having coffee which has been roasted for a while and then shipped over, these have been packed
This
locally.
is fresh.
That's
This
right.
is fresh as fresh.
That's right.
Panda.
Your ears are a bit funky here.
That's okay. How do I open this?
Yeah, that's it. And then you see the pour marks?
Yeah.
Yep, just up there, and then just pour it in. Just slowly pour it in. And this is a pour over.
A pour over.
Yeah, so you do it slowly,
I don't do anything slowly.
don't you?
I try not to.
And just let it drip through. So
Thank
this
you.
will give you a lot more subtle flavors, right?
Well, I'm tired. I need a kick in the pants. Is this gonna work?
I reckon it will.
Is it?
I reckon it will. So these are actually been brewed by Padre Coffee. So a very bespoke brewing house or roasting, coffee roasters.
Roasted by Padre
That's
and
right.
delivered and supplied in hand by Panda.
Yep. So these filters are made from compostable materials and the sachets are recyclable. So
We all
this is
know that
actually-
Melbourne is the capital of not only Australia but the world.
That's it. That's it. Looking forward to this.
Well, you'd say that anyway. How much do I run through?
It's probably about right, yeah. Maybe a cup worth. Yeah, I think you're about right there. That's probably about enough. So
Yeah?
it should do a cup's worth. So we've got mugs, so we don't want to overfill the mug.
Did you bring in the frother?
I didn't. Do we need a frother?
We're having black, obviously.
We're having black coffee.
Unless you're going to put some SMS in there, we're having black.
I think black works really well with these too.
Does it?
I tend to use a mocha.
We're looking just at overhead, so you probably want to. All right, so I'm just going to leave that to the side and let that brew, huh? We'll let that
Well,
brew
it, it doesn't need to brew very much.
What do you mean?
Once it's gone through, that's it. You don't let it sit around
Why?
because that's the way drip works. You don't want it hanging around.
What do I do then?
So now we've
I
got a
didn't
turf.
bring a bin.
Oh, bring a bin. Okay, so you can see how this all works now. We've got little wings there.
I've got Jeff's bin. Sorry, Jeff.
That'll work. Okay, and so that's the pour through. It basically is the water just goes through it with the power of gravity, and that's all. So there's no pressure.
I'm under pressure all the time.
And this should give us a more mellow coffee with more subtle flavors.
It's going to be hot.
And with that, I brought some cookies.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What do you mean?
We don't
cookies?
normally say cheers, but
Cookies?
oh, that smells good. Doesn't it? Here's the 160.
160 indeed.
Brought some of these. These are Arnott's cookies.
Next
We
time,
call them biscuits, actually.
biscuits. Next time, can we do Irish coffee?
I'm into that.
Yeah.
If you're into it, I'm into it.
Yeah.
That's only 10 weeks a week. Yeah?
Yeah.
10 weeks away? Irish whiskey?
Irish whiskey.
Yeah. Why
Could
not?
be made with scotch, but we'll call it Irish whiskey.
Close enough. You call it scotch.
Are you going to open these biscuits or what?
Yeah, I will. I'll just explain how these are Arnott's. So that's a very famous Australian company that produces biscuits or cookies, as some say. And these are Venetians. They don't actually come from Venice, but a lot
How
of
do you
their
know?
biscuits are named after different cities.
Nice.
Nice, Monte Carlo, amongst others.
Where's Mari biscuits from?
From Ari. She made them.
What about Vovos?
Bovo. Apparently Vovos are the most popular
Everybody loves
biscuit
it.
in Sydney.
The Sydney siders would love a Vovo.
They would. So here we go.
I'm more of a strawberry tart.
You're just a tart, I think.
Just a tart in general.
That's it.
Here you go.
All right.
Can I dunk?
Oh, look, it's up to you. But these are just iced biscuits. They got some little currants in them, and these are really moreish. Pretty simple, but tasty.
Is it passion fruit?
No.
I can taste the free-range Venetian in there. It's not cage Venetian, is it? Definitely free-range Venetian.
Cage stuff is not kosher anymore. Okay, what do we got?
Anyone on the train?
We've got people saying different things.
Have we? Good.
The difference between biscuits and cookies.
Yep.
And just Scotty doesn't like black coffee.
No.
You haven't tried this coffee.
Cup of Joe.
When you come over here and you try the coffee we've got here, you'll be a changed person.
Changed person. The best coffee in the world.
That's right. We even grow the best coffee, don't we?
I don't think so.
That's actually a lie. We don't grow any coffee here, but we do roast it very well.
We're the wrong side of the equator, no?
I mean,
Well, it's a grow good coffee. Too far away from the equator.
we've got the biggest show in the Southern Hemisphere.
Well, why not? Anyway, stop. Let's talk. We did gloss on quickly. I wanted to talk about, before I get to my bag, I wanted to talk about tonight and going racing and what I'm racing and why I'm racing it. So there's
What do you got there? That's in your standard racing colours.
Yeah.
Can't mistake that, can you?
So there's two cars. This one here, the first one, this is a Biddy Design M15 body. So this is quite you can almost call it a vintage touring car body now. Where this one here is the brand new AR8 GT3. And you can see a lot of difference in the profile and the fashion. And it's no different to real cars that have evolved over 10 years. So this body here is a lot edgier, a lot more graphics and a lot more detail on the body itself.
Yes.
This is in the GT category,
Right.
being a two-door sports car. Where this one here is touring car, or TC, being based on a four-door
Saloon.
So this one here was a cutting-edge body for its time. That time was probably 10 years ago, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but it's very fitting that it's on an old, well, not old, what is it, old chassis actually? TTO1 Tamiya entry-level chassis first came about in 2003, 2004.
Yep.
So, and we can have a look here. If we jump onto the overhead, what we are looking at. Boom. Here we go. So I've got some Gofar stickers in there. Look at the big whopping bumper bar. Hey, that's pretty famous in TTO ones.
So in this class of racing, you can't really do anything. Okay, so the only advantage you have is to go faster with the Gofar stickers, right?
Gofar stickers are a huge advantage.
Yep.
So and the reason that this class even exists is really, I mean, grassroots. This is where on-road races started. They started by converted buggies back in the days.
That's right.
But Tamiya jumped on board and did this platform. So it's a TTO1. It doesn't even have oil-filled shocks. So just like a spring retainer.
Keep it really simple.
Keeping it really simple, but it makes the building process really good. You know, it makes it really simple for first-timers and newbies and people just getting into the hobby, which is why it's considered like a newcomer's class. You know, not that old flogs like myself can't go and take part in it, but it's not in the spirit to get in there. And you're really allowed to do very minimal modifications or hop-up parts.
Yes.
And given that it's a Tamiya, there is every hop-up part that you can imagine. And if you want a full catalogue, just have a look at Aaron Defina's car.
Yep.
He's got every hot-up part on his car that he tried to throw down at the Vicks, didn't he? Where this one here is just out of the box, plastic drive shaft. The only thing that this car has got on it that doesn't come in a Tamiya kit is ball bearings. Right. So it's replaced the bushes with ball bearings.
Yeah. It absolutely makes sense to put ball bearings in it. They're not expensive, but they add quite a bit of longevity to everything.
Yeah.
And it's more efficient.
Yeah, well, it's just about keeping it going faster for longer,
Yes,
and less slop and then less maintenance in the long run for sure.
that's right.
So they were put in when it was built. The time it takes to build a kit like this, you could comfortably do it in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You usually spend longer doing the body than building a simple kit like this.
Yeah.
The simple 540 motor here, their torque tune spec, which is 25 turn in these. They're pretty much undergeared anyway, so it's not very stressful.
Yes.
These don't come with a speed controller, but I've fitted a 9 steps NSRC 001 60 amp speed controller in there.
So it's a really basic speed controller.
Really basic speed
Don't
controller.
need anything really special.
No, it does. You can see here it does have a Futaba receiver because I have paired it to my radio.
Yep.
We've got the transponder here.
Yep.
Which is a timing device which will allow me to be lap counted.
Yep.
And for steering duties, I've got a very middle to low range high servo. So this is a 550T, which is the one up from the D300, and it's just got metal gears in it.
Well, it's to add to basically reliability, isn't it?
Yeah, just so I can take a few more hits.
Yeah.
Because in this sort of class, it will take a few hits.
Yes.
The car has done a couple of race meetings so far up at Bendigo and stuff.
Yes.
And it always provides really close fun racing. Makes your night really cool.
And then the batteries are sort of restricted too, aren't they?
The batteries are really restricted. This one here is a 9 steps 4200 2S LiPo.
Yes.
And that's huge amounts of power for this. But yeah, the batteries that you have to run are what we call a stick style, and that's based on the old NiCad batteries.
Yeah, so the
That's
same
the same
dimensions as the
profile.
old, but it's got the lithium polymer mounting inside.
Yeah, because all the square cells, the traditional brick packs that we race with, are deemed like too powerful and too expensive for this class.
Yeah.
So, and given the fact that you have to modify the chassis to fit one, they limit it to stick style batteries, which is really, really cool. And it's got plenty of power.
Yes.
So it's just this one started life as a Mercedes that you've seen on the show before, the Mark Webber Mercedes, the GTR. And yeah, so it's now got a bitty body on it. It's got some sweet racing tires, a 9 steps LiPo, and we are ready to go racing. So very simple. So a package like this, in roundabout numbers from start to finish with battery charge and everything, is probably worth about $500, which is a very affordable way to go RC racing.
And heaps of fun. And the fun bit is the most important.
That's right. And it's got all the fundamentals of all the fancy cars and still the great attributes of going racing. So that is really, really cool. So that is car number 1 that's going to go on the track.
There you go. And then we got this one. So this
car
is
number
the Audi
2
style.
So this has got the AR8 GT3 body on it, but underneath this one here is a much more advanced chassis. And I will say it's advanced just because it's got oil-filled shocks, really, and a little bit more advanced geometry.
So the materials are a bit more special too.
And they do have a lot more glass or fibrous materials in the plastic, not just ABS. And this is a Kyosho Phaser. Now, a lot of you guys, regular viewers, would have seen this before. I've got a few body kits for this one. Probably the most popular one is the Hakasuka, the 69 GTR.
The one we lit up.
The one that we lit up. And that will be performing tonight.
Excellent.
Probably. I will probably put it on the track and learn the track with the race body, which is somewhat disposable.
Yep.
And then once I've got a handle on it, I'll probably put the one with lights on because it looks cool. And I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that these generally will outperform a standard TT01 car is because of its oil-filled dampers.
Yep.
So not just spring retainers, but they are proper oil-filled plastic bodies, but they work really nice. You can tune those. Again, you're allowed no modifications to the car. Not allowed to even change the springs, anything like that. No hot-up parts. These ones come pre-assembled and they come with bearings, which is a really good option. And the other thing that makes them fast is the motor here. 550 size, I believe, looking at it. But it is a 14 single. Now, a 14 single...
That's pretty decent.
Relates to the windings on the armature. So it's wound around each pole of the armature 14 times. And the single means it's a single strand of wire. If it was a double, it would be 2 strands wound 14 times, so on and so forth. So this one in the Tamiya is a 25 turn single. And this one is a 14-turn single.
So
So
it's significantly faster.
yeah, so it's 9 turns less of wire,
Mm.
which means a lot less resistance,
Mhm.
which means a higher output.
Yes.
So fast motors, the fastest modified motors that we would run in brushed sort of went down to 8 and 7 turn, didn't they?
That's right.
So, and that is really, really low resistance, almost like a dead short.
Mm.
So
Really fat wire.
again, it has a speed controller very similar to the 9 steps one. And if this one ever failed, that's exactly what I'd put in. Again, I've got a Futaba receiver in there to marry up with my radio gear.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I've got the same highest servo in there, just a metal geared servo with a Aeromax servo horn. Again, just for a bit of durability.
Mm.
But it is stock and it is ready to go. The 9 steps lipo
Yeah.
is really, really good in here. And again, so you sort of get a lot more performance here. You don't get the joy of building it out of the box, but they do come with a really high detailed body that you don't have to paint,
Yeah,
which can be a win
Yes.
for a lot of people.
Yes.
And this one here to go racing, you're
Mm.
sort of looking at around 600, 650. So a little bit dearer than the Tamiya, but you also get a fair bit more performance.
Mm.
So that's what I am going racing tonight up there at Geelong.
That's going to be good fun. So you're probably going to go live at times too, right?
I will be going live. And this is the same cars that the juniors and stuff tend to race a lot, which leads me to the Hearns Hobbies Junior Development Day. So if I'm going to front camera.
Front camera.
Yep. So the Hearns Hobbies Junior Development Day, that's coming up Sunday, July 2nd. So,
Yes. And so we've got the
it's like
details
2
on our
weeks.
event already.
So have a look at our Facebook page. We've got an event page for that.
Yes.
There'll be regular updates. And as of 2 days ago, Sweep themselves have come on board as official partners. So that is really nice that they've got behind the initiative. It's an event hosted by the Bendigo Club.
Yep.
It's going to be part of their non-championship club day. And I'm going to have some help and tuition from some very experienced team leaders.
Mm.
Matthew Jenkins and Scotty Rawlings
Yes.
primarily will be giving me a hand to coach the juniors throughout the day.
I think it'll be really educational because whoever goes to this particular clinic will pick up quite a few things that they can pass on to other people.
Yeah, and they can take it on, and they don't have to say, it's not that we know how to do everything right, but got a good understanding of how things can work, and to make sure that you're getting the most amount of performance, and not only out of your car, but out of your day.
That's
You're
right.
Performing, you're not limiting yourself by having silly DNFs and stuff like that.
It should increase the fun factor.
Increase the fun factor. So
Yes.
it's not just about winning and going fast, although hopefully that's a byproduct of some of the skills that you'll learn. But it's going to be about maintenance and setup. So we're going to have everybody hopefully across in one area. So we probably won't all fit in one tent, but probably across 2 or 3 tents.
Yes.
We'll have everybody in there on one sort of big U-shaped desk, workbench. Everybody will be asked to bring their bench up and their seat if they want to take part.
Yeah.
And then we'll help them prepare cars, do tire tutorials, basic settings and maintenance throughout the day, helping them race in their heats. And then we're going to have 2 heats blocked off in the middle of each round. So we're going to have 10 minutes of track time, which won't be race focused as far as under race conditions, a 6-minute heat with qualifying or finals, but we will go out and do on-track demonstrations, probably put some apexes down, talk about braking markers, overtaking points, and of course, etiquette on the track.
Yeah, so there'll be a theory aspect of it and then the practical as well.
I know there's going to be theory because we've even got a whiteboard.
What?
We've got a whiteboard. Yeah. We have
got a whiteboard. Wow.
The Hearns Hobbies Racing whiteboard.
There
And you
you
know that because it's got a sticker on it.
That's right.
It's blank.
No mistake in that, is
It's
it?
going to be blank now, like the minds of the people that will be, but we're going to fill it full of information and knowledge. We'll use that photo. It's probably going to fall over and make a big bang. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be official.
It's going to be really
if you're
good.
going to have a whiteboard, it is something official.
That's right. We definitely have one.
We've announced it.
That's right. And we've shown it.
We've shown it. We're
There's no
moving forward.
reneging now.
No reneging.
No.
So get to Geelong tonight. Come out and say hello. Have a race.
Yes.
Watch me go.
Go.
Yeah, Aaron Define's going to join me, chaperone me. It's going to be a really good night.
It's going to be fun.
Haven't had a clubby for ages.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
I know. Time just slips away.
There you go. Let's go back to the train. I've got nothing except people guessing weights because they probably have no idea. So let's
Can
weigh
I have
it
a
up.
hint?
let's weigh it up first. Okay, so there's people guessing, but we can't actually guide them which way.
Who
to
wants
go
to
yet.
weigh a biscuit? Can I weigh a Venetian?
So this is interesting. We'll talk about biscuits and cookies in a sec because there's a bit of a discussion on that because we've got viewers from all around the world.
Yeah.
So we have Americans watching, and these are cookies, and Australians
It's a biscuit, mate.
Biscuits. So he talks about biscuits and gravy, and we'll talk about that a bit later.
Gravy.
It's really, it's interesting.
Gravy, mate. That's what you have on your roast beef. You don't have it on a biscuit.
Fried chicken.
Well,
KFC comes with gravy if you ask for it. It's not normal though, is
if
it?
you ask for it.
Yeah, true. All right, let's weigh it up, and we'll give people some ideas because then we'll be able to give everyone who's guessed so far.
Can you see that?
I can see it.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to double check.
Okay, so Dave has said 210 grams. So that is
Lower.
too high. It's lower than that. So it's higher than 1.5 gram.
Yep.
And lower than 210.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got another one here. I would say here's Jeff. Jeff gets in 220. No, lower than that.
Lower than that.
Just Scotty. He said 215. Way
Lower.
lower. Way lower.
Thank you.
All right.
Mate.
So when I was talking about the biscuits before, so Just Scotty is from the US. Where was it? He's from Western Washington.
If I see an online order come into Washington, I'm going to pack a Venetian biscuit in there for
There
you.
you go. Do we have to write cookie on it?
Well, that's
I'm
something
sure.
else, you
I'm
know.
sure they'll work it out.
It's a
So
biscuit.
he's putting an Artesania ship kit at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's
And
got
so
some
he's-
time on his hands.
Yep. He's prepping the rigging, so he's pretty far into it.
Lovely.
So he ordered some anchors from Australia, and it took 5 weeks to get there, which I think is pretty reasonable. The
Is it?
shipping is pretty ordinary at the moment. I think that's pretty good.
Well, they could put it in a plane.
Mm.
That is a nice biscuit.
So
Very sweet though. Oh my
Let's
gosh,
go.
that is so sweet. How do you get that much sugar into a biscuit?
I don't know, you just pour it in. So he's just got. He talks about he eats biscuits under sausage and gravy. And this is the cultural part which I find really interesting, right?
What's a biscuit?
Because-
What kind of biscuit is he talking about?
Because this language has evolved from England, and the English went all around the place, right? So the English colonized Australia and also the US. And then the biscuits that Just Scotty's talking about resemble a scone, almost bready type.
Well, that's called a roll. Or
No,
damper.
but it's different to that. It's
Or
not. It's
damper.
no, it's more like a scone. You know, like a heavy.
What's called a scone?
But they
A Yorkshire.
but
a Yorkshire
American scones
pud-
are different
a
again.
Yorkshire pudding.
Have you seen the scones that you get from Starbucks?
No, mate. I don't go
They're
to
different to
Starbucks.
English scones.
We're in Melbourne. No Melburnian
It's like muffins.
goes to Starbucks.
So American muffins are different to English muffins that we eat here.
I'm out.
It's all cultural.
I'm
It's
out.
amazing. I find it really interesting.
All right. Show me some stuff, Beach. Show me some stuff.
All right, so what have we got?
Show me some
I've
stuff.
got some kits. So talking about Model Expo, I thought we might as well look at some kits. Why not?
I'd be disappointed if we didn't look at kits.
Okay, so we looked at some cars last week, but we didn't see everything. And I thought these are pretty.
Show us what you've got.
Initial D. This is the RX-7 out of Initial D. This is Japanese drift culture.
Is it?
Who drives this one?
I don't know. That's a weird box art.
Is it? Well, that's the actual animation, right? I can't read the kanji. That's
What
his
did you
name
call
there.
me?
Kanji.
Kanji.
Kanji is the Chinese characters in the Japanese language.
It's actually really nice color. The plastics
What do you
are
mean?
really, really good quality.
Should we have a close look?
Yeah. You can just tell that it's really nice polymer.
Has it got engine detail?
I don't know. I didn't get there
It
yet.
probably does because there's a lot of bits. Oh, look, I like that. How the lights are actually pre-tinted.
I hate tinting lights. It's one
It's
of
already
my.
done.
That's one of my pet hates. It's got Bride race buckets.
So yeah, the bodywork.
I
looks pretty good,
cannot
doesn't it?
see an engine.
Okay, well the bonnet is separate, and that could be because there might be optional bonnets in the different kits they make available.
Here's engine,
Oh, there is engine. Okay, there's a rotary.
and there is. It's a rotary engine.
Yeah,
It even
well, it should be
it's even true to the.
the twin rotor.
Mm.
There you go.
There you go.
That
Got
looks
the
right, doesn't it?
manifold. Bit of exhaust pipe. The front engine case
Yep, it's nice.
does have engine.
Like it. I like it.
That's a nice little model. Who makes that one, Beach?
This is made by Aoshima.
Hey, Oshima.
So Aoshima, we got a heap of Aoshima stuff recently, and they make some really nice kits, and particularly Japanese performance vehicles.
Is that because they're a Japanese company?
Probably. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Wow.
I would a big wing on that thing.
Batman would be happy.
Then look at this.
Roll cage.
Well, you need a roll cage because you don't want to like fly down the
Custom
mountains.
Sleek headlights. What's that one? It looks like Nan's Datsun.
This is a GDR. Ken and Mary GDR.
Ken and Mary? What's Ken and Mary?
I think that was a tuning house, isn't it?
I don't know, but it's
Pretty
not.
subtle for the tuning.
It's no Hakasuka.
So this is what is this 2 generations after the Hakasuka?
Well, one generation.
One generation. Next one.
73.
Is that the next one? Is it? It's got a touch of
You can tell by the added plastic on the grill and stuff, where the other one was more metal pressed.
right,
So that's when they obviously started pressing out more plastic parts.
right. But it's
Jeez,
nice. I'm
ugly
pretty sure
wheels.
they've got every generation of GDRs available in the kit.
Really?
It's nice, isn't it?
They are probably the most popular car model kit.
Big, isn't it?
Aren't they all the same size?
Well, compare that to the RX-7 body before. That means the RX-7s are tiny.
Could be.
That's massive.
I like it.
That's chunka-munka. Can't say that.
You just did.
Yeah, okay.
I don't. You might upset.
Can't take it back
You
now.
might upset the chunkers or the munkers.
Oh, God,
Hey,
it's too bad. We're running live. Sorry.
look what happened. Your wife goes away for 6 weeks and it's all chunka munka.
Don't worry. It'll be all good next week.
Will it?
Yep.
I need to get those bodies painted.
Oh, yeah, that's
Are you
it.
going to stink the place out? You're going to upset the cat?
Well, that's all right. I've got a gas mask for the cat.
You would. I'll send the pug over to entertain. I'll send the pug over to entertain the cat. What else have you got?
I've got other stuff. Oh, this is funky. Go Speed Racer.
You know what I like most about Speed Racer?
What?
The music.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I remember watching Speed
Go,
Racer as a
Speed
kid, but I don't remember any of the
Racer,
details.
Well, because it was crap.
No.
Can I say that?
What are you talking about?
It's got such a cult following. What do they call this thing?
No,
Mark
this
5.
is
Oh,
the
this is
full
Mark-
version.
What do you mean?
This is
full
Mark
version?
7. The original one was Mark 5. This is Mark 7. And this particular one is they call the full version kit because it's got all the extras. You see the photo etch?
Mhm.
So it's got the spinning cutting wheels on the front. Not a photo etch there actually.
Well, there's a lot of cutting wheels. You don't usually get cutting wheels on anything but your pizza.
You can cut your pizza with those, little pizza.
Stick it in your Dremel.
So I mean, you need the advantage of cutting wood come out James Bond style to chop off your.
I think that's what we should do. We should get out the Dremel one day and cut up a pizza. What do you think?
I think it'll be really messy.
And it sounds cool. Do you reckon it'll get through the cheese?
Look at all the bits. Gets rid of the cheese.
What do you
Oh, the
reckon
cheese
that-
would just get wound around the
What
shaft.
do you reckon?
Sorry, can't take that one back either.
What do you think the Italians would do if we cut a pizza with a Dremel?
I think they might think it's a good idea to start doing it themselves.
I think they'd be upset with us.
No, I don't think so.
Mark
So that's
7.
cool. So that's my Ocean kit as well.
What else have you got for us?
I've got a different RX-7.
How many RX-7s can you have?
A lot. This is slightly different. Look at the front light.
FC.
You've got the that really outlandish artwork.
Isn't it?
It is.
Does it have an engine?
What do you reckon? Well, it's basically the same kit,
I reckon it would be because it's the same.
but it doesn't look like there's many bits.
Doesn't have an engine.
No, so this one doesn't have the engine.
And it's smaller than Nissan.
Yeah, so
Doesn't
that,
have
that
engine?
shows how small the actual cars were because they're both 24 scale.
Mm.
I guess it's like a family car, wasn't it? The Skylines. So it makes sense that this is smaller.
I don't know, they're very coopy, weren't they?
Coopy, can you say that?
Mm-hmm. I'm not offending chickens. No, it's free range cooping. Free range cooping.
How cool is that? All right. What do you got? You got anything?
Yeah, I've got my bags to look at.
You want to look at them? And then we can look at some other stuff.
Yeah?
Oh, let's check this. Has anyone guessed the...
Check the train.
Let's have a look here.
I can feel the coffee and the Venetian kicking in.
Oh,
What? What is the train?
well, just Scotty's asking a question. How do I scratch build 150 of powder packs for the guns on my Swift build? I don't know what the powder packs look like. Are they bags of gunpowder or what are they? Are they the white packs which are like cylindrical? If so, you're probably better off using some putty like a 2-part epoxy, either milliput or green stuff. Really easy to roll up and it's like dough, and then you just sculpt them into shape.
You do love your putties, don't you?
Well, green stuff was heavily used in the urinating pig.
Was it?
Yeah.
Heavily used. Well,
It could be what made him urinate in the first place, but
yep.
But I used it to resculpt it because it started off as a standing figure, and I chopped the arms and the head and resculpted that.
Why did you chop his head off?
Because I had to have him looking down.
Oh.
I didn't want him like whistling that style. I wanted him looking down style.
You didn't want him to be comfortable.
The traditional urinating style.
You wanted him to feel a bit ashamed about himself.
I just wanted to make it easily recognisable to someone who found their Easter egg and didn't know what I was doing.
It's a pig, mate.
Not everyone knows what pigs do.
And this is a train.
It is a train. All right, okay, so let's see.
Can I say that it's
we've got guesses, Can
I say that it's 009?
You can say it's 009. So Dave said 155, way lower, yeah?
Way lower.
Way lower than.
So it's between 1.5 grams and 150. Was it 159?
Oh, look at this.
What?
The Saurian.
Ooh.
Oh, he's almost there. Hang on. Oh, you're almost there. Almost. It's a very small detail, which isn't quite right.
I didn't know that DK Saurian was into his trains.
No, he's probably searching the website like most people do.
Scouring the website.
That's it. Green locomotive.
What else have we got?
What's he got here? The Kagi Red Suns FC.
He would know.
Yeah, I got no idea. He's the drift guy.
Yep.
Yeah, does it sound right? All right, we'll give you that.
That's why he's DK Saurian.
Oh, then the panda's having a conversation.
Is it?
Oh, Takahashi, that looks about right. That was a kanji I couldn't read.
Ah, that's the white one.
That's it. Okay, what else have we got? Let's look up some.
What have we got? 009 train, green, and it's under 159.
Just what he said, milliput, probably the best way. Yep. So if you go on milliput, the only thing about milliput I find is a bit tacky. It's harder to work with. I actually am more inclined to use green stuff these days. I prefer that. It's a bit more elastic, like it's got a plasticky feel to it. And you can actually roll in like, I'm guessing gunpowder bags would have like wrinkles and stuff where they're tied off. So it's easy to put those in with your sculpting tools. Oh, this guy.
Which one?
Princess. Well, you say both of them, you get it right.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, it is a princess.
This is the princess.
It is a princess one?
Yes, it's a princess.
And I believe that it could be the same as the prince one, except for the number plate on the side.
Oh, look
at they called number plates?
He's admitted it.
A train nut?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm going to move on to my 009 layout, which I started.
I'm a 009 sucker.
You've already built a layout.
I did. Well, we all did.
Yeah, well, I did a little bit.
We should probably chop that up and release it.
Yeah. See, you love
narrow gauge.
I love narrow gauge too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like
Get
it.
into it. I love it.
I like it.
Heaps of narrow gauge.
I like it because it's meaty.
Excuse me?
I like it because it's meaty, but it's like small, so you can run tight radius.
Can you say that?
Yep. You know, because in scale's like dinky.
So the layout I'm going to make is going to be like 2 foot by 2 foot, and it climbs really good gradients, like really high.
I'm not looking at it unless it's on a turntable.
I'm not going to have a turntable.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I want the turntable one.
Do you want like the one I reshare?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's going to take a bit of extra work.
That's right.
So you want the loco to just sit there while everything else is rotating?
Well, it's got to move.
Oh yeah, it's going to be moving.
Sugar.
Yeah, it's going to be going at the same speed as the track's running around.
Well, even if it's a little bit different, that's fine. But
okay.
Yeah.
Not this time, but yeah. All right. All right.
It's going to be better than that magnetized bicycle thing you showed me.
It's like our guy.
No, that's a train.
He thinks it's so Aussie, saying it's meaty.
Is it like a pie?
Or like a chunky meat pie. Actually, I haven't had a chunky meat pie in ages. I'm used to those sloppy ones, mate.
You would be.
I went and bought some the other day.
Sloppy Joe.
What are you doing? Oh, you got your bag of goodies.
I have got my bag of goodies.
All right.
Did you
Okay.
see? It's a rather large bag.
It's one of the big ones. Yeah.
And
Sounds pretty full.
my Rubik's bag.
All right. So what we're going to do? We're going to do this.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Let's zoom it out a bit.
Oh, so we have had a. This is really going to excite Surian, actually.
Is it?
Yep. You might have a poke in here for a second. Going to have a poke in here for a quick second.
Poke.
Yeah, you have a quick. Well, let's have a look in here first.
All right. I'm poking stuff. What am I doing?
No. I was going to run and get something. So, super glue. How cool is that? Yokomo shipment.
Yeah.
This is the best tire super glue you can use,
It
I
is.
think. And
It
it
is.
comes in a really good little container. Comes with the two really, really fine nozzles.
The
And as
packaging
they
is
block
awesome
up-
too because it's fully sealed.
Fully
So
sealed.
during his travels, it's absolutely fresh.
Yep.
You rip it open, and then you still got the.
It's resealable.
That's right, to keep it fresh because air is its worst enemy.
Air and UV as well, yeah?
Yes.
So that's why it's really good.
Yep.
If you're gluing it all the time, then it doesn't matter because you like chew through it. But
Yep.
super glue sort of has to last me for 6 months.
Yep.
Yokomo pit mat. I'm so excited by this. I'm going to open it. Do you know what I like about this pit mat?
What do you like about
So
the pit mat?
it's neoprene.
Neoprene, like other things I've seen you in.
Oh God. Have
What?
a look.
I've seen you in a wetsuit.
That's, you know, and a snorkel. It's got beautiful branding, and have a look. It's really nice. Like it's thick, but not too thick, so it still travels in your pit hauler really nicely. Presents really well, and it's machine washable. So you can throw that in the machine when the wife's not looking. Get all the tire goop and stuff off there.
Well, so it ends
I'm
up
not
on the inside
saying
of the machine
I'm not-
and
I'm
on
not-
the clothes. This
I'm not saying it's stain resistant. You probably can put stains on it, but yeah, really cool. So
Good,
that's a pit mat.
And then if it gets really
1200 by
cold at the
600.
track, you just wrap it around yourself and you'll be really warm.
Well, I wanted to wear it like a toga.
Like
but
how thick is it?
That's a good 4 mil thick. Let's have a look here.
What is that?
Where have we got now?
Oh,
This
let's get tight.
get tight like a tiger. Now, what is it?
Oh, it's upside down.
Yeah, but what is it?
It's a speedy.
It is an electronic speed
It's a
controller.
totem.
This is an Orca Totem, and we've had these in stock now for about, I don't know, 3 weeks, a month maybe. We're sold out of that shipment. Well, this is actually the last one.
Yes.
This is the display one.
There's more coming, right?
Yeah, they should
Yes.
be here tomorrow or Monday.
Yeah.
So this has now just been raw approved. So with the standard, no need to update it. So it comes with obviously the firmware in here
Yep.
and in the program box.
Yep.
It all marries up and it's all raw approved. You
Yes.
take it out of the box and it is fully legal.
Yep.
So we were waiting on that. It was IFRA approved. So it was approved in Europe, but
Yep.
raw approval is the one that a lot of people look towards, the
Yep.
American
Yes.
thing. So it is raw approved out of the box. So
Cool.
fully legal for racing. So
That's
that's
what we
like
need.
a celebration in itself.
Yes.
So no questions or queries there.
No.
Really good that Orca have done that.
What else you got there? What's that?
In a vast
look at
contrast,
this.
we've had a restock.
Oh, that's the speed control that's in your Phaser.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do this before the cars, but I've buggered myself up basically.
Right.
So this is the very same speed controller
That's in
the
your
car.
Phaser, was it?
In the Tamiya.
Give me up.
In the Tamiya,
Right.
the TTO1.
Yes.
It's really good. We've had a fresh restock of these.
Yep.
These are really good. If you're doing a build and need a speed controller
Yep.
or replacing a mechanical speed
They're
controller,
very economical.
they're really economical, really reliable.
Pretty wide already to fit any Tamiya
Yep.
standard.
Order to me
Or
kits.
quite easily changed over if you need Dean.
If you need Dean's plug in there, which is the way to go if you're using lipos
Yes.
for a reliability point of view, and the motor plugs there to plug into because most of the Tamiya kits come with a motor in them,
Mm,
so that will bullet connect straight on, no
Makes it
soldering needed.
absolutely.
Really, really cool.
Yes.
And the last thing was we had a fresh restock of 9 steps because a big shipment of 9 steps came.
Ooh.
The lipos.
Ooh.
And that's
They're the ones.
exactly how they're presented when they're new. My ones are not so new now.
Yes.
And I have, in fact, probably been a little bit irresponsible with the ones I've got
You're never irresponsible.
in a way to deliberately torture them. And they have absolutely floored me every step of the way.
Well, they have been abused, haven't they?
No.
I mean, that's the best way for us to test these things because everyone's got different standards, right?
I've done unspeakable things.
We can speak about them.
No, we can't.
Or-
Well, because I don't recommend it, and I don't want to be responsible for mentioning what I've actually done to them.
Oh, really?
So it's unspeakable things.
All right, but they survived.
They've survived. There could be things like running it down to 0 voltage,
Well, it could have been partially my fault too.
been charged to 10.5 volts.
Oh, that was my fault.
Neither of those two things I would recommend or condone, but hey, the ones
It's happened and they're still working.
they did. So
It's all accidental.
if anybody's checking my voltage tonight, just wait till I've had a few laps. No, that one
I
has
haven't
been
touched
flattened.
it for a while.
But yeah, so you do have to be careful when you're handling them, but we've absolutely tortured them.
Yes.
And on the regular, I know, really proud to say that I charge mine at 10 amps.
Right.
So 4.2 volts per cell, 10 amps. They charge in about 20 minutes.
I'm really surprised
In between races, they
Yes.
charge in about 8 minutes.
because these batteries, I don't know, I just get the connotation that, a basic battery, you shouldn't be pushing it at 10 amps. But there you go, you push it at 10 amps
Yeah.
and it's fine.
Yeah, that's not a basic, but it's basic specs.
Well, you think so, right? Because it's like
But the
hard
quality,
thing, yeah.
but the quality is awesome.
Yes,
So
Yeah,
it can be a lower spec battery, yes,
yes.
and it is budget friendly
But the incredibly high performance, as we've discovered.
and quality.
Yeah.
And that's more important than the So really happy with that. Really
There
happy.
you go.
So that is that.
So we're actually being joined by that slot car guy. And if you're not familiar with that
I'm not
slot car
familiar.
guy, no. So that slot car guy is right into slot cars, as you imagine by his name. And he has a YouTube channel, and also he's got all these other social media handles. And he appears to be in Austria at the moment. I understand he visits Austria quite often, but it seems like, have you actually moved over there now? Because if there's no pies there in Austria, I don't know, might be a market there. Start making some.
Right.
What do you got there? Oh, jeez. Wow.
Did I interrupt you?
No,
No?
I was just talking about pies in Austria. What?
If you could start talking about cream pies again, I'm out.
Nothing wrong with them. Oh,
Look at that.
this is quite amazing, right?
This is really cool. This is really cool.
So this is a Yokomo product, and
Yes.
Yokomo are known for their world-class top-end competition.
Premium competition.
And this
buggies.
is what they call rookie off-road.
Yes.
So it's for beginners.
It's their entry level version.
That's right.
So it's got the same engineering and same geometry as their class leading SO 1.0,
That's
being
right.
a two-wheel drive buggy.
That's right.
However, the materials have gone from like machined hard-coated alloy
Yes.
to injection molded plastic.
Yes. And that brings the price down quite considerably.
Yes. So everything from the chassis
Yes.
is more like a tub plastic chassis,
Mm-hmm.
which is really cool because that's the car I started racing,
Yes.
and that was competition back then,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah, they were all plastic molded back then.
plastic molded,
Mm.
and the shocks are plastic molded.
Yes.
Now the shocks, they've got no reason not to work fine.
Mm.
My only reservations is them me crashing it rather hard with the overpowered motor, which is realistic. But in 21.5 or 17.5, which is the sort of novice or stock classes,
Yes.
I think they're going to be absolutely awesome.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, stripping down some of the durability.
Mm.
I mean, sometimes durability is a luxury, right?
Of course
And
it
so
is.
that's why things get so expensive. Like a basic kit is like $700, right? The SOs.
Yeah.
Now to be able to bring it down by hundreds of dollars,
What is it? 350,
370, I think.
Yeah, 375.
So plastic body shocks. I mean, it's still going to work fine, but
Yeah.
obviously they're not going to cope with impact as much.
Yeah.
So you have the advantage of being able to either get cheaper replacements,
Cheaper replacements
or you
upgrade
can upgrade it.
because it's all the same geometry and components as the SO 1.0.
Yes.
So it's a brilliant idea. Same transmission, same geometry. So you will find the same high quality plastics,
right.
but instead of having a carbon fiber shock tower,
Mm.
it'll have a plastic shock
Yes.
tower.
Yes.
Instead of having metal shocks, it'll have
Yes.
plastic shocks.
So this is absolutely perfect for the person who wants to begin racing, and it has all the full racing geometry. So it's
Pass
not
me
going
a
to work.
knife.
What, the one in your hand?
We're going in.
You just cut it open. Just cut it open.
Because whoever gets it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's safe. It's safe. It's safe.
Yeah, it
It's
might
safe.
not be
Chuck it
though.
over here. Chuck it over here.
I've got a bit of a thing for trains.
Have you?
Have a look at this.
All right. So you
And
got a
what?
big manual.
This is what I'm. They've even plastic done that. Look at the manual. It's got a. Oh, the body's not pre-painted. We thought it was pre-painted.
I didn't think
And
it was
this is
pre-painted.
why I wanted to, didn't you? That's why I wanted to open it.
Oh, there you go. That was a clear body.
It's pre-cut.
Oh, that's a plus. But
We
the-
never
the-
get pre-cut bodies.
because it doesn't make sense to have them all pre-painted. You don't want all the same colored car going around.
No.
No.
Looks like a different style body to that of the SO.
Hmm.
A little bit different design.
Yep.
It's definitely got.
High cab roof forward.
We've got the good luck wing.
Yep.
So it's thicker. It's not like the SO wing, which has got the high Astro, really lightweight wing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, all pre-cut.
Yes.
Look at this, wheels and tires.
Are they glued?
These could be collectible one day. I'm not saying they are, but these could be collectible. Do you know how hard it is to find Yokomo tires?
Oh, these things are glued on.
Are they? Or are they just stuff?
No. I mean, they could do with more glue, but I think they're on.
Have a look at that. Really cool. So it comes with white wheels, which is current trend for Yokomo.
Glued on? Maybe not. Oh no. No.
No.
So you can change it over quite easily if you want to.
Yeah. So it comes with tires, and of course, you have to build it.
All the oils.
Comes with oils.
Yeah. Oh, there's a chassis.
Comes with a gear diff.
Yes.
There you go. So gear diff is going to be for more reliability and durability.
Oh, this chassis is pretty stiff.
It will be. It absolutely will be. And you can bet that the composite plastics are going to be absolutely phenomenal. It is a
that's pretty
Yokomo.
decent, isn't
It is a Yokomo after all.
For a entry level competition kit, which in the whole scheme of things ends up being like a mid level kit. This is pretty damn good, I think.
Isn't it? And of course, you get to build it yourself. It does come
Yes.
fully ball raced.
Yep.
There's even a pinion I can see.
Mm.
I can see
Oh,
a
the shocks
pinion.
are pretty good.
You probably have to put oil in them.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, they won't put the oil in it because there's chance of it leaking during transit,
they
right?
might
So,
be. So there's 300 and 250
but it's
weight.
good that they don't oil it too, right? So you have your choice of using what they give you,
Yep.
keep it simple, or you load it up with what's recommended at the track.
Hinge pins, hinge pin braces,
Look at the links.
pre-made turnbuckles.
Well, the turnbuckles are the bit that are quite time consuming, aren't they?
They can be.
And so to have them done like this for the beginner, I think that's a real plus. I'm glad you opened this because there's some of the details that we wouldn't have known about.
That's right.
Yeah, nice.
Gear diff, which is really cool.
Mm.
Look at the sticker sheet. What have they done? They've actually done a proper sticker sheet. So you can paint it one color and get some box art.
Yeah.
Even
And
the
then
windows.
too.
So you can
So that
just,
keeps it simple, yeah?
you don't even have to mask the windows.
No. Although it looks like, are they masks?
They should be.
So you got optional masks or just cover up the windows?
I'd do both.
You you would, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Don't leave anything behind.
That is really
Use
cool.
it all.
Every last drop.
That's it.
I love
Oh,
that.
that's really impressive.
Isn't it?
It is.
They have absolutely. Is there 2 instructions?
Yeah, there was one on the bottom. Maybe the bottom one's a Japanese one.
But it comes to Australia.
Yeah, and so it's really the top one.
Yeah?
Oh no, I'm just making it up. Seems to make sense to me.
Yeah, but you're Japanese.
Not really.
There you go.
There we go. That's
I
interesting.
love that. That is really cool. So that is the RO 1.0.
Yes.
This one here is found at home. Not with me,
Nice.
but I believe Maddie's going to put his hand up for this one.
Is he?
It's really cool.
Nice.
I'd even like to do a build on it,
Hmm.
but we'll see.
Hmm.
But these could be really popular. So they don't come with electrics, which is really good because you get to build it the way you want.
Yes.
And that's how we need it. Well, because we've got different classes here in Australia.
Yes. Makes more sense that way.
So we can put together a package for you and get you on track really quick.
I like it.
Really cool.
So you got other boxes there too.
At the other end of the spectrum,
Sorry, I don't know all about these.
as far as performance and cost of the kit,
Mm.
these are like the most expensive kits that Yokomo make,
Yes.
and for very good reason.
Yes.
These are exquisite. These are like pieces of art. Now, the MD 1.0 we've had before. We've unboxed it before. It's actually
Yes.
the one that Syrian races every Saturday.
Yes.
That one that we didn't even lose any parts that time. I'm not going to go busting into these boxes, but they're now available in black,
Yes.
purple, and red. So, and that refers to the anodized
The
aluminium
aluminium
parts.
parts. Yes. Because the original ones are black.
Original ones are black and stealthy,
Yes.
and purple and red because
Bling,
drift guys love the bling. So
Yes.
that's really cool that we've got these in, and I'm sure that these will sing it out of the way. And that is the MD 1.0. So that is the premium, class-leading, world-beating drifter chassis.
That's right. So hence the M, Master. MD, Master Drift.
Master drift. That's right.
That's right. Good stuff.
Thank you very much.
So that's all the meaty Yokomo stuff that's turned up. What? Am I getting in trouble? Why are you giving me that look?
Because you're getting into trouble. I'm going to have another Venetian. There's a very good reason that you don't drink coffee anymore, isn't there?
I'm drinking coffee more these days.
I think you're losing
Can you
control.
All right, how are we going with this train? What are we going with the train? Let me.
009,
Yeah.
009 Princess, Syrian said.
Yes.
But what is it?
Yeah, like what line
Is
does
it
it run on? What nationality is it? What color is it?
What year is it?
That one I don't know. They'll have to tell me.
Yeah, but they can tell us.
Yeah.
And how much does it weigh?
How much does it weigh? So we've no more takers. So it's much lower than
Where
the
does
last
it
guesses.
Where does it sit on your meatiness scale?
Medium.
Medium meatiness. Can I please have a look at your box?
Excuse me.
What have you got down there for us?
Yes.
You forgot where you were.
I thought I'd bring in some meaty Bandai.
Oh, I'm going to show you some
What?
009 Bandai.
Oh, that's right.
Next week.
Yeah, next time.
Next week, I've got a
So
special.
this is not new, but it's back. And actually, Vince has got a model which is in the front cabinet.
No, it's not. I think you took it to the show.
No, see, I checked it before.
Is it?
So
Would
St.
have been-
Andrew.
Would have been good if you had brought it in.
Yeah. Good idea. In hindsight, that would have been a great idea. But that's back.
People will think that we don't plan these things.
What do you
So
mean?
what's it called? St. Andrew.
St. Andrew. Sounds like St. Andrew, doesn't it? Red and black color scheme.
Red and black.
Very
that the
Ferrari
one-
style.
Is that the one that Vince put the 3D printed parts on?
I think
Or
so.
is it just highly, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So it's got a
we'll-
lot of bits hanging off it.
We might have a look at that next week
Hmm.
because we'll probably be announcing how
How we did.
he did and the
Yeah.
winner. He'll probably. I'd be really surprised if somebody beat him in Gundam stuff because
That's
his
right.
Gundam stuff is out of control.
Well, he's a specialist.
He really is.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Mm.
And this is an MG Master Grade.
That's it. On the
And
100
how,
scale.
how big is it?
Chunky. So it stands about this tall. So what's that? About 30 centimeters? About a foot? I'm trying to use all the different units here. What other units are there?
The meter in the scale.
Meter units. How many meat units is that?
Oh my God.
Medium rare.
That's fantastic.
Man, that's a bit loose, isn't it?
What
What else we got?
I don't know.
Oh, Dan gave me his suggestion.
Look out for those thoroughbreds down there, mate.
Which ones?
You
Oh, they're all right. They're
you
fine.
put your dancing shoes on. The Viking. Is it Nordic?
It's American.
Is it?
Hmm.
So why is it called Viking? I don't know.
Don't know.
Dan,
That's the easiest answer. I don't
Yeah.
know.
what,
So that's
what,
pretty cool.
what,
We haven't had these around for a while.
what was it?
So Vikings,
What was it used for?
I don't know.
You don't know much about it.
It's cool.
Lockheed
I think
Martin.
this is a strategic attack aircraft. So it actually had
Was it
two
used
tandem
was it used in a war, or is it used now, or what? Is it old? Is it
Vikings.
new?
So Vikings, I'm pretty sure they were carrier based.
Carrier based.
Let me check the wiki. Wiki knows everything.
Does it?
Yep.
All right.
That's written by experts.
Is it new? Is it a new kit or is it a re-release?
No, it's just a restock, but it's something that we haven't had around for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's a really interesting aircraft.
Yep.
It's quite popular.
Mm-hmm.
Viking plane. I'm putting it into Dr. Google, yeah?
2021. Now, Italy
That's not it.
comes from Italy. It's American.
S3 Viking. Yes.
It's an
Italy.
American, and it's an American plane that's called Viking.
So it's got 4 crew.
4 crew.
Yep. Twin engine.
Yep.
Turbofan. And developed in response to the VSX program conducted by the US Navy. So it's a successor for anti-submarine warfare. This one appears to have a missile on it, right?
Big guns.
What?
Big guns.
Okay, so I was meant to replace the tracker. So it does resemble the tracker in a way. It is carrier based and all weather.
So it can fly in the wind.
Can fly in some wind.
Yep.
But it's been used a lot, and I think it's no longer deployed.
Was it in the Top Gun movie?
Operational history. I think you can see them because they show you all the different aircraft on the carrier. You haven't seen it, have you?
I saw the new one.
You haven't seen the original one.
No.
Didn't someone have a go at you for not seeing the new one? What kind of person are you?
That's right.
You
Somebody
haven't seen that? You're not a real person.
Somebody at the counter abused me for not seeing Top Gun.
Oh, classic.
Okay. The kit's away. Let's tidy up this train.
Yep.
And say goodbye to our lovely audience.
We will. Let's have a close look, yeah?
Episode.
All right, let's weigh it up. I don't think we've got anyone close.
You bored them with the train?
Yeah.
That was my idea. Let's go to Overhead Town.
It is 60 grams.
It is 60 grams.
60 grams it is.
0
So you see how
grams.
small it is? So this is HO scale, but narrow gauge. So it runs on 9mm, which is like N scale. So it's quite compact. This is actually made by Kato. So it's manufactured in Japan. Kato is very famous for their N
Do you want to
scale.
get right in there tight?
Oh, tight.
So what's really good about this undercarriage?
Well, the running gear is designed by Kato, and Kato are famous for their N scale.
And they're Japanese.
Guaranteed, that's right. Guaranteed to run flawlessly. Pico itself, so it's a Pico Kato product.
Yeah.
So Pico
does
actually
the body.
is, yes, well, they designed the body, and this is a Welsh, I can't pronounce it properly. It runs on the Festignog line, I think.
Welsh is a hard language.
It is.
If you haven't studied it for 4 years like me.
There's a lot of consonants together.
Like the pig.
Yeah. What, pig?
Going to the toilet. Incontinence.
Incontinence?
The weaning pig.
Yeah, I get it. So really nice detail, beautiful, and these run really well. I'm pretty sure that when these first came in, Marlon had them going. So I think there's a video on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
To see it running.
He loves these, and you can even, isn't there a series that you can retrofit to other bodies,
I
or
think
they
so.
have replacement undercarriage? Is that?
Yeah, I think the running gear, you'll be able to. Oh, I'm pretty
Is that
sure we've
what's
had
that-
the running gear separate.
Is that what's under the tram?
No, but the tram is made by Kato, the running gear we
Yeah.
use for it. Yes. But I'm pretty sure when this was first released, this whole running gear was available separately. So you could actually quite easily get files and 3D print own bodies and convert.
But have a look at the detail.
Mm.
So being a Pico base, it is phenomenal. And this is
Beautiful.
what's so appealing about 009 is that you get so much detail and size, but in a small radius.
That's right. You set up real micro layouts.
You'll find most of the locos are very short wheelbase for that reason.
That's right. When you see here, from this axle to this axle, what would that be? 20 mil? Less
Maybe.
than that. So it'll run really tight. Yeah, the only thing that might be holding it up is how much movement there is to the tender, but these are designed to have a lot of movement, right?
Yeah, they're designed
Sideways
to have a
movement.
lot.
Very nice indeed. And so they've just literally come back, haven't they? Just
Literally.
came through the door.
And there is 2 versions of this,
Yes.
the Prince and the
The
Princess.
So different nameplates.
And they're both British Racing Green.
British Racing Green.
Is that what we're calling it? BRG?
Bentley Green.
We don't want it to break down.
What?
Well, I think we don't want it to break down.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Oh, it's a Bentley.
There you go. So you can see how compact it is right there. All right, well done. What else we got? That's it, isn't it?
Well done, me.
We've had another. Well, this has been an epic 160th episode.
It has, hasn't it? It's been really, really cool. We've talked about lots of stuff. We've got lots of stuff on this weekend,
We have, indeed.
starting in about half an hour.
Yes.
Hey,
That's right.
we're heading off to Geelong. We're going racing. Then on Sunday, we're going out to the Model Expo,
Yes,
and they're going to have heaps of news and footage of that next week.
that's right.
So keep a lookout on all the socials.
Mhm.
Stay in touch, and if you are going to Model Expo, come and say hi.
Absolutely. And if you're going to Geelong, say hi to Brett tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Thanks very much.
Thanks for joining us on episode 160. Look forward to doing it all again next week.
That's right. And we'll have different things to tell you and lots more reports.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.